Hi, in this video I want to introduce the topic for week 4, which is SQL data definition and data manipulation. In weeks 1 to 3 we were looking at conceptual and logical data modeling, which has allowed us to conceptualize a database problem to set up a database, and then once we had that model, to map it into a set of relations ready for input into a relational database system. So that's the conceptual database design and the logical database design. Once you have your set of relations, you're ready for input into a database system. So that's physical database design. So we're going to be looking at how you set up a database using the relations that result from modeling. So what we're going to be using is MySQL. And MySQL is a database management system, an open source database management system that uses the SQL language. SQL stands for Structured Query Language, and it has two sub-languages basically: data definition and data manipulation. So with data definition, what you're looking at is setting up or defining your database. So the statements we'll be looking at are the create statement, the alter, and the drop statements. So that will allow us to set up our database. And we're going to, in our first slide deck there, we're going to be looking at data definition language statements. And then in the second slide deck, we're going to look at an example. So I'm going to show you a conceptual data model, its conversion into a set of relations, and then setting up that database, that library database system. In the lab then, I have two labs in the for data definition. The first lab, if you haven't already done so, is allowing you to install MySQL onto your PC. So most of you got that done in June. And then you have an SQL data definition lab, which is basically be setting up the library database system. And then what I will get you to do then is create a new database and create some tables, and then I'll get you to try set up your own tables for that as well. In the second unit then, we're going to be looking at the second sub-language, which is data manipulation. So once you have a database set up, it's no good to you unless it has data. And your data are your facts, and then by querying the database, you bring those facts together to create information. So you have your raw data, and then you have your information. The data manipulation language would be allowing the user to insert records into the database, to change those records, to remove those records, and then to query those records. So the statements we're going to be looking at are insert, update, delete, and select. Again, we will look at populating our library system with data, and then how you manipulate or you use insert, update, and delete statements. And then in the lab, you will be doing the same. You'll be populating the library system with records, and then you'll be working on the database that I want you to set up. Okay, thank you.